How is everyone doing this evening? I am, uh, hold on a second. Let me go into my brand settings and switch this over to my logo. Hello, hello, Jennifer. How are you? Um, Hold on a second. Let me tell my husband to turn this TV down because I can't even hear myself. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get my husband to close his office door because all I heard was commotion up here. I apologize. So tonight we are going to be talking about sleep tips. Now, I'm giving you fair warning that I'm giving tips, and there we go. I'm only giving tips because I am a sleep trainer. I can't give you my secret sauce. Just I can't give it away. But I am going to give you some tips about sleeping. And let me grab my notebook. And I had a pen. Okay, I promise you I was more organized before. There it is. Okay, the baby's laying on it. When I say baby, I mean the baby doll is laying on it. Uh, Not a baby, actual baby laying up here on the counter. Okay, so um, I'm gonna pick my color. Okay, so if this is your first time joining me, let me introduce myself. My name is Angela. I am a new parent educator, and I also do one on one consultations with parents who have questions about their kids, uh, one of them being sleep training. Also, I am a newborn care specialist, which is why most of my content is about babies from 0 to a year old. I do have some toddlers that I have worked with, but I currently am not working with them. So most of my things, as I said, are about uh, newborns and first time moms. And I also am a professional career nanny. I have been nannying since 2001. So that's about 20 years. And before then, I had a home daycare and I was a preschool teacher. Basically, if it had to do with kids, I did it. So that's a little bit about me. I also am a content creator. It's in case you didn't know, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok. So if you haven't watched my videos, or you haven't seen any of my work, please check out my page on each one of these platforms. Um, where am I located? I am in Texas. It is still warm here. It's getting cooler in the mornings, but it's still warm here. Okay, so I think I have a lot of people in here, so we'll go ahead and get started. Hi, Angela. My baby is almost 6 months. What kind of activities do you suggest doing with him? Okay, so Heather, I think, yeah, Heather. Heather Feather. Okay. If you look on my page, a I have a video that says tummy time 6 to 9 months. It has activities on there to do with your baby. It has actually the baby is playing, but there's different activities she's doing that I initiated, and some of them she initiated. But there's some of the things that on my page that you can go and find to do specifically with your baby. Hello, 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 Club de Nannies Latino. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Janelle and Miss Nisi and Arizona Pro Nanny. Okay. Hello, David. I'm from Russia. Oh, wow. I think you are the first person that has been on any of my broadcasts from Russia. I think I had Iceland yesterday. I think that's what she said she was from Iceland yesterday. Oh my gosh. What part of Texas? I am, oh, you're in Texas. I'm near, just north of Austin. My baby's 6 months and still wakes up every 4 hours for a bottle. Is this normal? Okay, so if your baby is waking up every 4 hours uh, for a bottle, his body has been conditioned to waking up that time. Um, in sleep training, we stretch the hours out. Stretch the child. We gradually stretch the hours out. Sorry, my mouth is not cooperating tonight. Okay, so I love your content, even though I have a baby as yet. Oh, well, learn while you can before the baby comes. But it's coming. It's coming. Oh, you're in San Antonio. That's like about a 90-minute drive from where I am. Yeah. Good to meet you. Okay, so now we're going to start with our sleep tips, although I just gave one. Um, remember this acronym, and not for the drug, but for sleep training and for anything dealing with children. It's called PCP, and that is not a drug, okay? That's for patience, consistency, and practice, okay? From San Francisco, California. Welcome, San Francisco. Hello, sweetness. How are you? So, remember the acronym PCP: patience, consistency, and practice. Those three things are what you're going to need in most of your child's life. All of those. Thank you, Ally. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so um, if everyone could just do me a favor and tap the screen or tap the like button, to it will bring more viewers in, because I know I have some viewers in, but I don't see two particular people that ask me specifically for sleep tips. So if you all hit the like button, it will bring more people in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have a newborn with acid reflux. She sleeps good during the day, but it's very fussy at night. Any tips? Okay, we're coming to that, because I had one with acid reflux too. Um, and one sleeps through the feed. My son turned 4 months today. He drinks 6 ounces every 4.5 hours. Is that normal? He is 20 pounds. Let me do the calculations. Let me see. So your child is 4 months. Hold on. Let me see. 4 months today and 20 pounds. Whoo, you got a big baby for 20 pounds. And he drinks 6 ounces every 4.5 hours. So 4 to 6, 6 times 4.5. Um, he's drinking a good amount of milk. If he's 20 pounds, let's see. Let me make sure I added I carried the right number. Okay, so he's drinking 27 ounces and he's 4 months old, but he's 20 pounds. For 4 months old, um, and at his weight, he should be drinking, let's see, he should be drinking at least uh, 30 ounces or more per day. Is he drinking overnight, through the night? That's what I need. Okay. Someone says she sleeps through. Yolana, I'm trying to find the first part of your question. Um, I don't see the first part of your question. He wakes up one time, drinks only 3 ounces. Okay, so he wakes up one time, only drinks 3 ounces, but he's drinking 27 ounces. The rest of those 3 ounces, so that's 30 ounces within. I would say he's at 20 at 4 months old. That's pretty good if he's weighing 20 pounds. But as he gets older, he's probably going to need more. So by the time he makes it to 5.5, 6 months, he's probably going to be drinking 8 ounces um, per setting. So that'll put him at over 30 ounces. Um, but talk to your pediatrician to make sure that that's a healthy amount for your baby at that age. I don't know your baby if your baby has special needs or what's going on, but just calculating the formula, the amount of food that he eats, he's on track. But he's at 30 ounces if he's drinking 3 ounces um, in the middle of the night. Okay, so for the sleep tips, I have a newborn. Okay, so the acid reflux. Your baby has acid reflux. Um, as far as sleeping, before your baby goes to sleep, hold your baby upright. You can put them over your shoulder, burp them well, pace feed. If you all don't know what pace feeding is, let me make sure that everybody can see me. Okay, so when you pace feed, the bottle is here. You see how it's level across? You see how I don't have the baby laying down, but the baby is sitting somewhat upright? You feed the baby pace feed. That way, the baby is in control of the flow of the milk as to how it goes in the mouth. Stop um, after every ounce for the reflux baby. Stop every ounce and burp your baby. And once you finish feeding your baby, make sure you hold them upright or in a semi upright position um, for at least 15 to 30 minutes after they eat. That helps, gravity helps to keep the food down, the milk down. And because if you lay them down, that milk is going to just ride right on back up and spill right on out of them. But you want to hold them like this, okay? Hold them in a semi upright position for about 15 to 30 minutes after they eat. That way, gravity is your best friend. Don't jiggle and wiggle and no, because the wiggle and jiggle makes the food come up. Okay. Now, before I get go any further, let me say this. If you'd like to participate in tonight's giveaway, please put a color into the comments. Okay. Please put a color in the comments. It can be red, blue, green, orange, purple, brown, black. I missed one. Yellow. Okay. The basic colors in the eight count crayon box. So if you so no magentas and no sky blue and no uh sunflower, yellow, all of that. No. Just put a color in the comments, okay? If you'd like to participate. Now, the first thing I like to do is what I like to call sleep conditioning. Sleep conditioning is making the room conducive to sleep. You know, as an adult, how you like to sleep. Babies do not like to sleep with the TV on. So if the baby is in the room with you, turn the TV off. That blue light that comes from your phone, It breaks the melatonin in the brain. It breaks that melatonin and wakes your child up. So if you have your phone at night, thinking your baby's oh, he's gonna sleep through the night. Yeah, every time that blue light comes up, I myself experience it often because my husband gets emails from overseas during the middle of the night because they're not on the same time frame as us, and the phone lights up. And when I'm asleep, that phone lights up, and I could just—it's just like somebody shining a bright light in my eyes behind my eyelids. So think about it. If you can see the light in a dark room and your phone lights up and you can see it behind your eyelids, think about what your baby sees when you like, oh, well, let me just check my phone right quick while I'm waiting on him to fall asleep. Yes, your baby's in your arms falling asleep and you're sitting here going like this. You got that baby on point like this, and you got that phone, and you don't realize you are moving. When you are checking your phone and something exciting happens, the slightest movement, and your baby's like, okay, I'm up. When you intended to get him down before you were just going to spend a few minutes, scrolling or answering the email or doing whatever, your baby sees that light. It hits their face. There is a setting on your phone that will allow you to turn to a warmer light, which is a red light. Now, when I change Pampers in the middle of the night, I have a little red bear. Uh, I don't have it with. Oh, it's over at my nanny kid's house. But I have a red bear. I also have um, a pen that I need to get a battery for. I have a pen that I can write with, but it has a red light to it. So red light does not break the melatonin. That blue light in your phone, your computer, the TV, it breaks the melatonin. So whatever habits you have or not have, because a lot of you may not do that, but I'm just letting you know. Um, if you have that phone, if you have that, unless you don't want that child to go to sleep and stay asleep, then keep playing with your phone. Keep trying to do work on the computer or your tablet or whatever it is that you or your Kindle or your what is that thing called? My husband has a different one. uh, is it a Nook or something? Anyway, it's like a tablet, but it's a reader. So keep doing what you're doing. If you don't want things to change with your baby in their sleep, keep doing what you're doing. I'm just saying. But if you want the change to come, you have to be willing to change. A lot of uh, a lot of us want to keep the comfortability of what we had before the baby, but we want the baby too, and we want the baby to go to sleep, but we're not willing to change. So you need to be willing to change what you're doing so that your baby can sleep. Okay? And room darkening curtains make a difference. I have put um, when I was in Alaska, I put the big, huge lawn garden bags on the windows in my boys' room simply because in summer solstice, it's 23 hours and 23 minutes of sunlight. And I'm not talking about, right at dawn or right at dusk. I'm talking about high up in the sky, sunlight. 23 hours and 23 minutes starting on June 21st. And then we lose 6 minutes a day of sunlight until December 21st. But those blackout trash bags worked because when I got ready to put them to bed, I turned the lights out. It was dark in their room. Now I also had to put like a little towel underneath the underneath their door because the sun was coming. We had a window right in the hallway, so the sun would come through. I'm like, really, seriously, y'all put a window here? No, this is why the bedrooms. This is, we don't need that. But no, it was a pretty window, but it bothered because the sunlight came up from under the doors because it was like this much room between the door and the carpet, And you know, kids, they see a light on. Oh, mama's up. Let's go. So I had to eliminate that. So if you have that problem, I suggest putting a little. They have these little cozies that go in front of the doors now. Um, One of my friends had a was what was it, a caterpillar in front of her door, but it was made. It's a little soft door. I guess you could call it a door cozy because that's where she put it in front of the door. So I mentioned the room darkening curtains and a red light. Okay, sleep sack and a swaddle. Now, I have did I bring my sleep sacks? I like to swaddle sometimes with a regular blanket. This is my regular blanket. But I also like to swaddle with it's called Love to Dream Swaddle Up. Now, a secret to or I shouldn't say a secret. Some of you, because some of you may not know, but if you have a preemie that was born less than 37 weeks, say they were born at 30 weeks or 34 weeks, swaddle them with their arms up simply because that's how they are in the womb. Most of the time in the womb, their hands are up. When you try to, most people, they pull those arms down and swallow, but you're straining your baby's arm. If your baby is, if you're pulling that baby's arm down and the baby's arm is going kind of, going like this and it's resistant, swaddle your baby's arms up simply because they're preemie, first of all. And with their arms up, it helps their growth and development of their arms. When they get past 37 weeks or when they stop resisting that arm down um, reflex, then it's safe to swaddle them with their arms down if you prefer arms down. But most of the babies that I work with, I always suggest to my parents to get a swaddle where you can swaddle their arms up because that's the most natural way that they sleep. They are in the womb, and they are new to the world. They don't know I'm not I'm supposed to sleep with my arms down. I'm supposed to be swaddled. They've been in water. They don't know. So when you swaddle them, it sometimes to mimic what was in the womb so they can feel more comfortable and less stressed. Swaddle with the arms up. Just saying. It might help. Most of the families that I have worked with, and I've suggested that to them, it has worked. Babies sleep much better with the arms swaddled up. Um, have a bedtime routine. It is so important to have a bedtime routine. It's like brain triggers. If you haven't seen my videos about brain triggers at bedtime, watch the video. Brain triggers at bedtime. When you have a routine at night, whether you give them a bath every night or not, everything else needs to stay the same. And pretty much in the same manner that you do it every night, it triggers the brain. Okay, I'm getting ready to fall asleep. We're having a bath. I'm getting a massage with the lotion. Mama's rubbing me down. Mama's singing me a song. We're reading a book. I'm having a warm bottle of milk. And mommy is talking to me all nice and sweet and giving my kisses and my snuggles and my hugs. I'm putting on my sleep sack. I'm getting swaddled up. Oh, I know it's time to go to sleep. Those triggers are important because it lets that routine is important because it lets your baby know what time it is. I know when I taught in preschool, my kids used to come in, they especially the ones who didn't want to be there. Mommy's coming back after nap time. Yes, mommy's coming back after nap time. And when we get through with nap time, we're gonna have a snack and then mommy's gonna be here. Yes, mommy's gonna be here. And before we go down for nap, we're gonna have lunch. Yes, mommy's gonna be here after nap time, after snack time, after lunchtime. They will recite these things over and over to comfort themselves because they know I'm missing mommy. I'm having a little hard time staying here with you. But If you help me remember my routine and what I'm supposed to do, guess what? It makes it so much easier for me. I can relax a little bit because I know when mommy's coming back. Your baby is the same way. You may not think, oh, they. I hear a lot of people say, oh, they don't know. They so little. They don't know. Yes, they do. Never underestimate your child. Never underestimate the smartness of your child because they know. If they can tell when they are with mama or when they're with daddy or when they're with a stranger, oh, they know. Babies can tell. If somebody is holding them, I don't care if that baby is brand new, fresh out of the womb. If that baby is being held by somebody who is nervous and they're kind of shaky and they feel nervous, that baby will cry. Take me away from this person because they don't know what they're doing. Get me in a safe place. Give me some safe arms to be in because I don't like this. It's not about the person, it's about the feeling that they get. Uh, if they're not comfortable, if they're not feeling that lovey dovey, if they're not swaddled up and all hugged up and nestled up, mamas get it. But if it, I've had nervous grandfathers come in the room. Uh, I don't even think I remember how to hold a baby. Hold on, let me. Oh, I don't know. Hold on, let me hold them like this. Now, would you like for somebody to hold you with one hand under the neck and one hand under your butt, and all this in between just hanging out there, and your arms flapping, and you trying to hold on, trying to grab on to something because you feel insecure? And if you're feeling insecure, guess what? Your baby feels it too. So don't sleep on your babies. They know. They know how they want to be held. So don't sleep on that. Okay. Uh Transitioning into a bedtime talk. Okay. So I like to talk to my babies as I'm putting lotion on them, as I am massaging them, as I'm giving them a bath, letting them know what to expect. We're going to go and we're going to, after we get out of the bathtub, and I talk in a low, calming voice. Sometimes I put on classical music or lullabies so that music can help stimulate them to calm their body down. I love using music therapy with babies because it sets the tone. I use music therapy with myself. When I get upset and I need to come up out of that funk, I put my music on and I dance around the house, do what I got to do. And before I know it, I have danced my way out of the funk and I'm good. So uh, I'm just saying, get the music going so your baby can calm down. Get your voice low so your baby can calm down. Because if you're talking like this, girl, and you're on the phone giving your baby a bath and got the speaker on and they y'all, oh my gosh, yes, yes. Your baby's like every time your voice gets loud, yes, turn the phone off. Focus on the baby. Tell your friends, I'll call you back. I got a baby now. I got to go, take care of the baby. I'll call you back when I'm on the other end of the house or upstairs or wherever it is I need to go to talk to you where I can laugh and talk and joke and all that other stuff. That's when I'll talk to you. Right now, it's important for me to get my baby to sleep. Else, I'm not going to get any sleep tonight. So, have those little talks with your baby. Tell them, I expect you to sleep all night, okay? uh, I'll see you at your dream feed, especially if you have newborns. Do not let your newborns need to gain weight. So make sure that you wake them up at least every 3 hours to feed them, especially those first 3 to 4 weeks while they're learning the world and gaining weight. Wake them up every 3 to 4 hours, and I should say no longer than 3 hours to feed them because they are in a cluster feed stage. And when I say cluster feed, it's feed on demand. Whenever they can have, they could have eaten 10 minutes ago, and they roll over and they smell you. Okay, time to eat again. and they will actually eat because they're gaining weight. They're cluster feeding, and they cluster feed uh, about the first, I'd say, a good 3 to 4 weeks. Some go beyond that. It just depends on your baby's needs and how big your child was when they were born. Because mine was 8 pounds and 10 ounces, and man, he came here eating 4 ounces every 2 hours. I was like, "Are you serious, boy? You got to slow down." But yes, make sure you wake those babies up and feed them, feed them, feed them, feed them. Okay, so also um, learn the difference between a whine and a cry. Newborns, forgive me if I'm offending you all, but newborns sound like little baby puppies to me. They always going. They breathe. It's like this big dramatic episode going on when they breathe. Learn the difference between a whine and a cry. A whine is a eh, 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 and they may even cry out sometimes, but it's more of a ah, and then nothing, and they're asleep. Don't go grabbing them, picking them up every time they whine. If they're crying, yes. If they're whining, no. You're teaching your baby how to self soothe, how to work it out, how to stay asleep, how to squirm. And they squirm a lot. They're just like, and you feel it moving and you're getting up to go get them because there's got to be something wrong. No, a lot of times there's nothing wrong. But if you continue to go get them like there is something wrong, you're teaching them, okay, let me squirm so I can get some attention from mommy. In the middle of the night, you don't want them to necessarily want to have that attention. I'm going to wake you up at 3 hours. I'm going to feed you. I'm going to love on you. I'm going to talk to you softly so you can go back to sleep and put you back down. And then the next 3 hours, I'm going to come back and I'm going to wake you up again. Now, there is a window between 6 weeks to 8 weeks. If you start sleep conditioning from day one and putting them in their own crib from day one, then there is, if you do the sleep conditioning, by 6 to 8 weeks, they have stopped, they have started sleeping at least 1 hour times their number of weeks they are. So at 6 weeks, they're able to sleep at least 6 hour stretch. And I know that's going to make you nervous. Oh my gosh, is my baby breathing? Is he dead? Is he this? Is he that? I've been there. I've done that. I've had mamas come in and say, he hadn't got up in 4 hours. I said, yeah, but what's wrong with him? I said, shh, there's nothing wrong with your baby. Let's go outside and talk about this. So I have to take them out of the nursery and tell them, this is the time. This is the window we have been waiting on. That's between 6 and 8 weeks. It's like the switch goes on and they decide, hey, I think I'll sleep now. If you miss that window, it is so important. If you miss that window and you keep the same patterns that you've been keeping, they learn that. Every 6 to 8 weeks, your baby is going to change, be doing something new. You're going to change that schedule. I can't tell you how many times that schedule is going to change between 0 to 12 months because their needs change. They go from sleeping 90 minutes up, 90 minutes down, 90 minutes up, 90 minutes down to sleeping. I may have a morning nap, an afternoon nap, and just a little cat nap right before dinner time, and I'm good for the rest of the night. Sleep begets sleep. So don't think that um, just because your baby is sleeping all this time that they won't continue to sleep. Your daytime schedule, you need one. Babies need to sleep during the day. Sleep begets sleep. And don't be afraid to wake your baby up because they need some uptime and they need some downtime. I know a lot of parents just put them down and just let them sleep. Well, they'll wake up, okay, and then tonight, when you really want them to sleep, guess what? They're like, "Wah, wah, wah, it's time to play," because you let them sleep all day. The daytime schedule reflects the nighttime schedule. I've worked in situations where the daytime nanny had a log. We both had a log. We wrote in the log together, and that way she communicated to me what happened during the day, so I know what to look for at night. I communicated to her what happened overnight, so she'll know what's going to happen during the day. And because we worked together, we were able to get this child sleep trained, nap trained, on a schedule. It was so awesome working with her. Whew, I miss her. But you have to uh, work together. If you have a daytime nanny and overnight NCS, a newborn care specialist, work together, communicate together. If mom has a postpartum doula during a day, work together, communicate together, because not only does the postpartum doula see the mama, but you're there for the mama, but you can't ignore the baby. They come together. They're a unit. Just like at nighttime, um, if mama has a postpartum doula during the day, I communicate with their postpartum doula to let them know, okay, mama was, a little fretful last night. Her milk hasn't come in. She's, can we suggest a IBCLC for her? Do you have anybody on speed dial? Because I do if you don't. So we want to be able to take care of mom and baby. And please don't forget that daddies go through postpartum too. Please don't forget that. Daddies go through postpartum too. But daddies are so tough, and daddies, they don't talk. Most daddies don't talk a lot. They just hide it inside. But they going through too. Because things have changed for daddy too. This new baby is a change for everybody. So don't forget about that. Check on him too. Now, sound machine. Get you a sound machine. I like the Hatch sound machine. Hold on. Let me see where I put my Hatch. Uh, okay. Let me pull it out of the box. Okay, so what's your... Okay, I can figure out. Okay, here we go. This is the Hatch. It is programmable. Some of them have a clock on them. It just depends on which one you get. This one doesn't have a clock, but let me show you. It's programmable on the bottom. All the controls are on the bottom, or you can attach it to download the app, and you can control it by the app. It has a lot of colors, and this will grow with your child. So when your child gets older, this will turn into like an alarm clock. You can put it on red at night. You can program it to be red from if your child goes to sleep at 8 and gets up at 7, program it to be red at 8 o'clock, which means no, you can't get out of the bed. And turns green the next morning at 7 a.m., which means yes, it's okay to get out of bed. It's okay to come and get me. So I love this because it grows with them. It has, I think, like 12 or 15 different sounds. So you got the ocean, you got the dryer, you got the fan, you got the wind, you got the trickling stream, you got rain. Um, there's even nature and birds, and then it has 3 settings where one plays Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, one plays a lullaby, and another one plays some other kind of music. So you have 3 music settings. So when the baby wakes up and it's not quite, they have like 5 or 10 minutes left in their nap time because I have them on a schedule, and they wake up crying, the family that I work with now, their lights are on an app. So I'll turn the red light on, and then I'll switch it from the sound to music, and they sit in their cribs and they play. So, but that took time. They took patience. It took consistency, and it took practice. That PCP, not the drug. This is the acronym for patience, consistency, and practice. Okay. Um, and get you a monitor. Um, I can't tell you how important a monitor is. I like the monitors with the camera. And when you get the monitors with the camera, um, most of them you can zoom in and you can see the baby. You can see what they're doing. You can see if they're breathing because you have the zoom in. You're like, okay, I see his little tummy going up and down. Okay, still breathing. Okay, I can lay back down now. Um, there are monitors that have like the Nanit. The Nanit has a pajama, and I want to say it's kind of like the owlet that goes on the foot. It has a heart rate, but it's special tools that you have to buy. I mean, the special pajamas that come with the Nanit, and it keeps up with the baby's heart rate, and pretty much it just lets you know what's going on with your baby. So if you, I like the Nanit because it's on Wi-Fi, and anywhere I am, in wherever I am in the world, if I want to pull up my app and see how the baby is sleeping, I can do that. Now, I turn my Nanit off, my app off when I leave work, and I don't turn it back on until I get back to work the next morning because I'm not trying to invade anybody's privacy, period. Um, okay. So now let me go to the questions. I'm going to start over here on Instagram and see what questions I have over here. And then I'm going to move across the board. Uh, if you are just joining me, please put a color in the comments if you'd like to participate in the giveaway. I'm talking about the 8 basic colors in the crayon box that, the first crayon box that came out had 8 colors. Uh, put your color in the uh, comments if you'd like to participate. Okay. I love your content. Okay. All right. So what's this called? I have a newborn acid reflux. Okay. I gave tips. Great. Thank you. Purple, red, yellow, red. I must be a baby. The Christian nanny. Okay. My baby is 3 weeks old and she doesn't like swaddling with her hands down. She breaks out. Well, you can try a swaddle. Let me see if I have my swaddle here with me. It may be in the closet. I think it's in the closet. Love to Dream makes swaddles with the hands up. I do have a video on my page that also talks about swaddles, the different types of swaddles, and how to use them. Um, some are swaddle up, some are swaddle down, some have Velcro, some don't, some have zippers. I like the swaddle slash sleep sack that Love to Dream makes because with their older, as the baby gets older, about 3, 4 months, and they don't need a swaddle because when your baby starts to roll, hear me clearly, when your baby starts to roll, take an arm out. When they start leaning on their side, this is the reason I like the Love to Dream because I can take one arm out so the baby can get some leverage. And as they learn how to, about a week or so with one arm out, and then I take the other arm out so that if that baby rolls over and that mattress is right here, that baby can use his hands to kind of push up and turn his head over and turn. That's why tummy time. I know your babies may hate it, That's why tummy time is so important, so that your baby can learn to lift their head up. That is so important. It's important to sleep. Tummy time is important to sleep. Do you hear me? Tummy time is vital to sleep because your baby needs to learn to lift their heads up when they are sleeping. They start rolling. They have get more control of their head, lift their heads up so that they can turn their head from side to side so they can breathe freely. I'm going to say it one more time. Tummy time is vital to sleep. It's a growth and development. As your child grows, they need to be able to lift their heads up and not get a flat spot on the back of their head because they're laying on their head and they got that shifts their head, so they got a big goose egg up here and then they got nothing over here. And sometimes depends on where they how they lay. Sometimes they have a flat on it's flat on the side, so their whole jawline. I've seen a child who used to lay like this all the time, and it is vital to their necks. Babies can get what is called torticollis. um, if they're laying on one side, constantly laying on one side, switch your baby back and forth so that their heads are going from side to side. And when you lay them down in the crib, because the baby's laying like this, if you lay the baby like this all the time, your baby's head and they're not going to be their rotation of their neck is going to get stuck. So switch the babies so their head is laying this way one time, the next time, switch them so their head is laying on this side. So they got this side and this side. So switch your baby so they'll be laying. And I know this is a doll, so y'all forgive me for torturing the doll. But if your baby's laying this way and that way, make sure that you change the sides of the baby. Okay, make sure that they have plenty of uh, exercise on both sides so they won't get their flat spot, so they won't get torticollis in their neck because that is painful. And if they get stuck on one side, it's like it's like when you get a crook in your neck and you can't move that side of your neck and you stuck there, you go like this. Okay, I can't see you. I'm gonna have to turn all the way around because I can't see them over that shoulder because this side hurts. Change your babies. And while I'm saying that, mamas, switch arms. I don't know if you all know my story, but in May, I had a pinched nerve that went all the way down the left side. And it was so bad that my arm felt like it was dead weight. I had tingling going all the way down through my thumbs and through my fingers. You know how when your hand falls asleep and those little tingles come? Well, I could sit wrong and the little tingles would come and pain. And my arm, I literally, I was like this one day because I needed relief of my arm on my shoulder because my arm was like that. It was like carrying around a 5 pound weight all day long. It doesn't weigh much when you first start out, but carry that thing all day long. It will hurt. So switch sides. If you're carrying the baby on this side, okay, next time, switch sides. Carry the baby on this side. It will even out your shoulders. You won't get the pinched nerves. It also helps to your body not to compensate. I took X-rays and I have degenerative scoliosis. My doctor said I could tell which side you carry those babies on because your spine is curving that way. I was like, really? He said, if you don't stop you don't start switching those babies out, then you're gonna be walking like this and hunched over like this because of the way that I carry the babies. I've been working with babies for over 40 years. So I'm telling you, don't be like me. Do better than me. Switch the babies out so that you can feel comfortable because At night, when you have a baby that needs to be comforted and you have a special needs child or one that just needs extra attention, holding that baby in that one arm, you start feeling it right here, and then the next day you feel it in your backside. You're like, what did I do last night? What have I done that brought all this on? Carrying that baby, holding that baby for holding a baby for an hour and one in your arm, and you're going like this. Switch sides, switch sides, switch sides. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So another tip, burp your baby well before you put them down. Make sure you get all the gas out because a lot of times babies wake up because they have gas. So burp them well before you put them down. Okay. I have videos about burping on my page. And a firm mattress. Make sure the mattress is firm. If the baby is sleeping in the bed with you and you got a soft mattress, when you roll, that baby's gonna roll right into your mattress gives. That baby rolls right into it, and I don't want anything to happen to your baby. So get your baby a firm mattress. Let them sleep in the crib. That's where you would ultimately want them to be. Then let them sleep in the crib, or at least put them in a bassinet. If you're going to co-sleep, they have some co-sleep beds that can come right up to the bed next to you. Okay. All right. I think that's all of the questions. I have tips for transitioning from this. Oh my gosh, you have a Snoo. Oh, okay. So the question is tips for transitioning from the snoo to the crib. That PCP. This I will say PCP. Practice the patience, consistency, and practice. The snoo, and for those of you who don't know, is the crib that kind of if your baby starts wiggling or starts crying, it kind of naturally just kind of shakes the bed, but their heads go like this. And I had to train a baby to come out of the snoo into the crib. It took like 6 weeks. And that was because I was only there 3 days a week and instructing the parents to follow through. It took 6 weeks, first 2 weeks to get the baby's head to stop doing this. Because every time I picked him up, his head would bobble. And I'm like, okay, why is your head still wobbling? You're 4 months old. But he was in the snoo and he was like this all the time. Their heads wobble and they wobble. And I'm just like, it really got on my nerves because I'm like, I felt sorry for the baby because he was wobbling. And it took patience, it took consistency, and it took practice of putting that baby from the snoo to the bed. And like I said, if you all went on here earlier, I'm giving you tips. I am a sleep trainer. I'm a certified sleep trainer. If I give, I can't give you my secret sauce. I can give you tips, but I can't give you my secret sauce. If you want a deeper discussion, then set up an appointment one on one. I do virtual sleep training. COVID taught me that one. I can do virtual sleep training. So if you want to go deeper into sleep training, if you want to go deeper into this discussion, uh, I will answer questions. But if you want the secret sauce, then we're going to have to talk. It's going to cost you for that. Okay, so let me see. Kaya says, okay, we're on Facebook now. Kaya says, we are so thankful we never had to sleep train because of your sleep conditioning methods. They never had to cry it out. So thankful for that. You're welcome, Kaya. You're welcome. Those babies are 3 years old now. Are they 3, 4? I think they're 3 years old. Yeah, I missed their birthday. Hmm. Uh, Not going to lie, when you made me put them in their cribs and not let them sleep with me so it wouldn't break their habits, I would secretly get mad at you, but it worked. You are not the first parent that has gotten mad at me for my methods, but it works. It does work. I understand. A lot of parents get mad at me about the methods that I use. But once the kids are sleeping, and especially when you have twins, they need to be down on the same schedule. They need to be doing everything together at the same time, or else you will have one up and one down, and one up and one down, and you will never catch a break, not even a moment to breathe. So, thank you, Kaya, for your testimony. Hi, Adrian. How are you? Carrie says, yes, I love the hatch. Experienced it with my last nanny family, and I have it for my own guy now. Yay! She says, yes, three. Okay. Um, okay, now I'm going over here to, oh my gosh. Oh, somebody gave me roses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to go go back through and catch all the questions. Wow, I'm gonna have a lot to catch up on over here on on TikTok. Let's see. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She sleeps through the feeding. He wakes up one time, drinks 3 ounces. Hi, any advice on a 10-month sleep regression? Wakes up around 7 a.m., 2 naps a day, sleeps at 7, but wakes at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and 6 a.m. 10 a.m., a 10-month old. Okay, so let me ask you, is your child teething? Because around 10 months old, that's when all of these normally, I say normally because not all babies get their teeth at the same time, because mine didn't get them until 12 months old. But normally, if they are teething, it's that what I like to call that witching hour, that they wake up, they have a hard time sleeping because their gums uh, uh, with every it's like with every heartbeat it throbs, the nerves throb because the heart is pushing blood, and with every heartbeat, if you've ever had a toothache, try sleeping at night and tell me and come back and tell me what happened, because I've had an abscess tooth. It ain't even pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it ain't even pretty, because that tooth, when you lay down and get quiet during the day, you have other things to distract you and keep you busy. But in the quiet stillness of the night, and you lay down, it's like with every heartbeat, it's like bumble, 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 bumble. That tooth is like throbbing with every heartbeat. So if your child is teething, that may be part of the problem, the reason they're waking up um, in the middle at 2 a.m., at 4 a.m., and 6 a.m. Now, I'm not sure if your baby takes a uh, a pacifier, because that's one of the things that helps me with sleep training is to prolong. If I know that they've had enough milk within a 24-hour period to carry them, I always stick the pacifier in first, because sometimes they just want something to chew on. It's not necessary. They want something to suck on. It's not necessarily they want to eat. We just assume that they want to eat. So try sticking the pacifier in first before you stick the bottle in there, because they may not be hungry. It's probably just something. If the pacifier helps to soothe the gums by them chewing on it, that will help. Okay, my baby recently started to crawl. Will this tire her out more? Yes. Tummy time tires your kids out. Tummy crawling, because they'll go from crawling to pulling up to, it takes a lot of core muscle to crawl, because You've got to hold your stomach up. You're on all fours. That's got to hold the core up. So you got all this stuff going on at the same time, and they're just busy, 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 busy going. And coordinating all those muscles together. It's like a lot of brain work to get all that together, to the body, the brain, all these things coordinated, hand-eye coordination to get to that crawl. And when they start crawling, I just put out a video today. I had a parent ask me on a live yesterday about falling. I just put a video out today because crawling entails falling. Trust me. When they start to pull up and they're unsure, their spatial relations, they're trying to figure out, okay, am I close enough? Can I reach it? Can I, oh my gosh, and they miss. They just this much from catching it, and they miss and they fall. The lady asked me yesterday, she's a first time mom, she said, how do I keep my baby from falling? And how do I keep him safe when he falls? Falling is a part of is a part of it's essential for growth and development. It's a part of the natural progression from crawling to walking. They're going to fall, but if you don't let them fall, they will never learn how to fall and save themselves. When you fall, your natural reaction, whichever way you're going, whatever way you're falling, is to put your hands out or put them back here or turn, roll that into that fall. Whatever you have learned, your body will naturally do it. If you don't let their bodies naturally do it, then they'll never learn to fall. They'll keep falling and hurting themselves. They'll never learn to just kind of fall and sit. Now, in their falling, if there's something in the way, they will probably hit their head, or they will probably hit their knee, or their face, or whatever the case may be. Some falling is, it's normal. Some of the falls they're gonna have, you're not gonna be able to catch them. You're not gonna be able to avoid them falling every time. And I'm not going to lie to you. Some of those falls are going to hurt. So get you some boo boo buddies. And if you don't know what a boo boo buddy is, it's a little small ice pack for babies. Well, not necessarily for babies, but I use them with babies. It's a little small ice pack. It's like little rounded. Some of them have little animal shapes. But some of them have like what I like to call a little peas inside, where they don't really freeze, but they're super cold. But and you can use them hot or cold, so it's like a heat pad and a cold pad at the same time. So it depends on where you have them. You're going to need some of those because I, I had three boys. Mm, mm, mm. I can't even tell you how many boo boo buddies I went through with those three boys. And it was like a bump here, a knot here, a hit. And some of them you're not even around for. My oldest son, the day I came home from the hospital with my second child, I haven't even made it into the door good. He's in my brother's room because I went and stayed with my mom because my husband was overseas uh, in military. So I was staying with my mom, and my young oldest son was bouncing on the bed, holding on to the end. And this was 30 something years ago. He bounces too high, flips over, and catches the back of his head on the record player. And that's 3 stitches later. So I had to come home. I had to go back to the hospital to get him some stitches. Same day. Hadn't even made home good. So get you some boo boo buddies because falling is going to happen. And sometimes you're not even going to be there to see it. You're just going to feel the brunt of it. So, um, anyway, let me get back to the questions at hand. Um, let's see. I choose the color red. brown, yellow, yellow, purple, purple, orange, yellow, green, pink, red, red, green, pink. Hey, my baby is sleeping next to me. Ah, thank you for this helpful tip. I never knew this. I was very guilty of this. Let's see. Thank you for sharing my video, Sarah. Pool noodles work too. I'm not sure what the pool noodles work for. Blackout curtains save nap times. In the evening, the sun shines directly into my baby's room. Yes, yes. I'm glad you found them useful. Do you recommend Swaddle for naps? Yes, I swaddle up every time they go down. Naps, for unless we are taking a trip in the car and they can't get in, I don't swaddle them up then. But if we're uh, even when on vacation at the hotel, we swaddling up. If we're, at home during nap time, we swaddling up. Overnight, we're swaddling up because um, most babies, young babies, have that startle effect, and if they are not swaddled, it wakes them up. The swaddle helps to contain that startle effect, and it doesn't wake them up. So that's why I swaddle, because I don't want no startle babies. Because the sound machine can only hide so much, and even with the sound machine, please don't walk around tiptoeing around the house. Shh, the baby's sleeping. Okay, don't. If you have a normal routine, now I'm not saying hammer the house down, but or go in the kitchen banging pots and pans, but have a normal conversation so that the baby is aware that there will be conversations and things going on outside of my room that I'm not privy to, but it's background noise and not this is something that I need to pay attention to. So let me stay awake. Okay. So don't walk around the house tiptoeing and afraid to close a door, or afraid, now if the dog is barking, that's a different thing. Yeah, quiet the dog down because the dog barking is totally loud. So uh just don't be so quiet that your baby gets used to the quiet stillness and they can't sleep without the quiet stillness. And you have company coming over, or you go to somewhere different, and all of a sudden it's a different atmosphere and your baby doesn't know how to sleep. If you live in the country and it's quiet and all they hear are crickets, and then you go visit somebody in the city and all of a sudden there's sirens going by, and this your child will never sleep because they're not used to having background noise. So uh make a little noise, not a whole lot. I love I love the Love to Dream swaddle. My baby is too big now. They make sleep sacks and they make sleep suits. Our baby, I say our baby because every nanny baby I have is my baby. We okay, Nicole, hold on just a second. Um, we have the Love to Dream. It's like it has arms. They have long sleeve arms that zip on and zip off. Right now, the arms are off, but it has like the feet in it, and it has like the little rubber dots on the bottom so they can get grips. And they can on the feet, it has like the fold over. The gloves that fold over where you can cover your hands, or you can take it out and you can use your fingers. Well, the feet have that little cover over where you can cover the feet if it's cold, if it's cool, and you want to cover the baby's feet, or if you want their feet to be out. So it has that, but we love it. And they have them in lightweight, and they have them like lightweight, like summertime, like it's Texas. So it's very lightweight. And then they have the wintertime, which was kind of quilted. So they have them in different sizes. Um, she's between, I think she's in like in the 18-month one because she's a long baby. Uh, but we love it. We love it. They have the sleep sacks, and they have the sleep suits. And so she has a sleep suit. I'm trying the further method, but I can't stop going in and rocking him to sleep. Oh, it's hard, especially all parents hate to hear their babies cry or whine, and sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. And some parents look at me like, "Aren't you going in there?" I said, "Nope, they're not crying yet." But they've been. It's only been 5 seconds. Give them a minute. Give them a minute. And after 30 seconds, they quieten down and go back to sleep. How did you know? I said, because I listen. Listen to your baby and pick up on your baby's cues. That's one of the biggest things that will help you in getting your baby to sleep. Okay, Nicole says, do you recommend dropping the crib to the lowest setting before baby is confident in standing? When the baby starts crawling, I lower the crib simply because it depends on the baby. That crawl, they can roll over and start pulling themselves up. My son went from crawling, scooting backwards, crawling forwards, standing up, and walking in 1 month. He was walking at 7.5 months. So the progression of him doing things, it was quick. So don't let it fool you. Oh, I got a little time. They just crawling. I got a little time. Do it as soon as they start crawling, because that progression can go faster than you think, and you forget, and all of a sudden you got a baby trying to crawl out of the bed. So do it quick. Again, a reminder for those of you who are just joining me, please, if you'd like to participate in the giveaway that it's going to be announced in about 19 minutes, because that's going to be the end of it. So put a color in the comments if you'd like to participate. I'm talking about one of the 8 colors: red, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, brown, and orange. I think I got them all. Okay, so one of those colors. So if you chose pink, maroon, baby blue, all that, please put another color in. My baby just rolled over for the first time, so we've been swaddling with arms out, and he sleeps with his arms straight up. I told you. Yes, babies. If you notice, babies sleep just like this, with their arms just most of the time. If they on their back, they're just like this. Or they may roll over to their side. If they start rolling, take those arms out. I love your tips. Thank you so much for sharing with us. You're welcome. You're welcome. Your baby could have an ear infection. Okay, I missed something. Um, must I add, I have a routine. They stay awake for 16 hours a day. Okay, I'm missing something, Stephanie. See, I hate it when this things roll back. Okay. And it just switched up on me, because that's not where I was. Stop flipping. Okay, my baby just rolled over. Why does my baby scream so much at bedtime and refuse to sleep? Uh, a lot of babies, a lot of, and not just babies, kids. I don't know. It's something about that bedtime. It's like, you cutting me off from the world. How dare you put me to sleep? I still got some more energy. Uh, there's still stuff going on outside of my room. I know you are going to do something fun. Why are you excluding me? Literally, I think this is what's going on in kids' head when they don't want to go to sleep. But sleep is a part of their growth and development. They need sleep to grow. They need sleep to thrive. And if they don't get that sleep to thrive, they are not going to function well. They're going to be cranky. They're going to be uh, easily agitated. So that sleep is important. And sometimes at 6 months old, um, is it the same time every night that they get agitated? It's just bedtime? Because by 6 months, he should be out of that colicky witching hour cry. Hi, my baby is 9.5 months old. He pulls his ears a lot. Why? Okay, so if your baby is pulling their ears a lot, it could be an ear infection. It could be his telltale sign that I'm sleepy. My grandson used to sit in my lap and grab my ears. Not his. He had one hand in his mouth, fingers in his mouth, and he grabbed my ears and just rubbed my ears until he fell asleep. He did it with his mom. He did it with his dad. That's just his telltale sign of I'm sleepy. So it could be a telltale sign of I'm sleepy. It could be um, an ear infection. It could be just a habit that babies do. It's kind of like sucking their fingers. It sucking their fingers calms them. Rubbing his ears may calm him, but um, is he in pain when he's rubbing his ears? Is he cranky during the day? Is he running a low grade fever? Because if all of that is accompanied with the pulling of the ears, you might want to take him to the doctor because he might have an ear infection. Okay, let me scroll up. My baby has acid reflux and has been on meds for about 2.5 weeks now. Any natural tips? I just gave someone over here on Instagram. Make sure when you feed your baby that you hold them upright for at least to 15 to 30 minutes. Gravity is your friend. You don't want to lay them down because all that stuff comes all the way back up. Pace feed. When I say pace feed, when you're holding your baby, um, don't hold them down like this. Hold them upright in a semi upright position and pace feed. So the milk is level. After every ounce, burp them uh, and don't wiggle and jiggle them around because that works against you. Also, before you put them down for bed, make sure they are burped well because some gas you may have gotten out. If your baby is not a good burper, like some babies aren't, um, that extra burp, getting that gas out, doing the bicycle with their legs, um, doing tummy time helps to get that gas out. And actually doing tummy time and stretching those muscles actually helps to get the gas out too. I love your tips. Thank you so much for sharing with us. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, he is teething as well. It is possible. And yes, if he's teething, that may be why he's pulling his ears too, because sometimes teething causes like a clear liquid runny nose. It causes a low grade fever. One of my sons got an ear infection while he was teething, and the doctor told me it was directly related to the teething because when the whole mouth hurts, uh, it affects the ears because those tubes come down here around to the nose and all these gums. Yeah, when I got a toothache, my whole face hurt. So yeah, ear infection is the ears hurting from the teething is normal. He don't cry while pulling his ears or when we touch, he doesn't react. Okay, well it may be a nervous habit if he doesn't react. I wish my baby would sleep in his crib. Probably the teeth. My son is 12 weeks old and teething. Yes, that's normal. Babies start teething between around 3 months old, depends on the baby. I have seen a baby born with a tooth inside his mouth. So, just so you know, um, it is possible. The babies start teething between, depends. And my cousin got her first tooth at 4 months old. So she was teething around about 2 months old. She was teething. So just be, aware that all babies are different and they teeth at different times. But it is normal for your child to be teething at 12 weeks. I'm an expecting first time mom. I'm so thankful for you and all the information that you give. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. That's how my son was, 4 ounces every 2 hours, and he was not. Woo-hoo, you had a big baby too. My baby sounded like a little, a little lambie. Uh, any tips for babies with GERDs? Yeah. Um, the baby that I take care of now, she had GERDs. We changed her diet. Mom was breastfeeding. She changed her diet. So if you're breastfeeding, doing an elimination diet um, to see what helps your baby. Um, we found out she was allergic to the milk enzymes. So now she is on what's the name of milk? Nutramigen, which is easier on her stomach. And she's 9 months old now. And she's eating foods like crazy. She loves flavorful foods. She doesn't like just plain whatever. No, no plain foods. She likes it to have flavor. So it's got to have just a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, a little cinnamon, little. But be careful when you're feeding your children. Make sure that the spices that you are preparing your food with are baby appropriate. Okay. Let's see. But try um, checking with your doctor. And apparently, have checked with your doctor because you know it's GERDs. But we changed her milk, and mom changed her milk because when we found out she had it, she wasn't eating yet. So if you are breastfeeding, like I said, check your diet because it may be something that you're eating that you're transferring over to your child. Um, my baby does that. She's 3 months old. Let me see. Hi, Mama Kate. Thank you for the roses. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Get her rest and feed her when she wakes up. Okay, somebody says spell it out. I'm not sure what that means. Love the hatch. We have used it since day one. Yay! Uh, what is it? Love the hatch. Never thought about programming as they grow so smart. Yes, it is programmable. I'm sorry, you all can't see me over here on Instagram. Hold on, let me turn it this way. I'm reading questions over here on uh I have three different devices going. So I'm reading questions. Uh Thank you for sharing my live. Is it live 30? Live 30? The hatch. Uh, red, a purple. Can you spell both devices? Okay, spelled hatch. Hatch is the hatch. Uh, where's the box? Okay, so let me see. This is what it looks like. I was telling you about the programming. You see how the little girl is sitting on the bed waiting to get out of the bed, and the light, I don't know if you can tell that's green, but and this one has the red light on up here. That's what I was talking about, the red light, green light. It's red, and then when it's green, she can get out of bed. Let me show you all over here. This is the hatch. And it is, you can download the app in the uh, Apple Store and get it on Google Play too. So it says toddler and big kids, customized programs to cue your toddler or big kid for those tricky transitions, naps, bedtime, and morning. And for baby, turn up the white noise and turn on the red light for sleepy midnight feedings and diaper changes. See, even they know. Even they're trying to help you with sleep. Okay, but that's what it's spelled. The HATCH hatch. Yellow. The monitor. Oh, the monitor is NANIT. Nanit. That's what the monitor is called. NANIT. And it has a uh, app too that you can get from the Google Store and you can get from Apple. Purple, 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 green. How do I keep my baby from falling asleep during tummy time? She doesn't even try to lift her head. Um, the way I keep the babies awake during tummy time is I put them on their tummy and then I flip them on their back. I play some music. I wiggle their feet. We do the wheels on the bus. I take their little arms and do the wheels on the bus. Uh, clap. If you're happy, you know, clap your hands. Doing movement with them keeps them awake. So if you're happy, you know it is playing. I'll clap my hands or I'll take their hands. Let me grab my baby. So if we're doing, if you're happy, you know what, I'll clap their hands like this. Or and it says stump your feet, I'll just wiggle their little feet, and then we'll say shout hooray, and I'll go like this, shout hooray. And then they say do all three. Most of the time, I don't get all three of them done. I'll just do this and keep going until the song ends. We do the wheels on the bus, and the wheels on the bus go round and round, and the wipers on the bus go swish, 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 and the baby on the bus goes wham, 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 and I just kind of tickle their little tummies. Um, all where they're laying on their back. And then once I get them awake, I flip them over on their tummy and let them do the tummy time. Um, Also, a mirror. If your child does not want to look up, get a mirror. Let them see the baby in the mirror. They don't know that at the young age, they don't know it's them. They don't realize they're looking at themselves. They just see, oh, there's something in the mirror. I moved and it moved. Okay, who's that little kid in the mirror? Mirrors help, rattles help. Um, Hold a toy in front of them. Have them on their back, hold a toy. Let them reach out to grab the toy. See how long they can hold the toy. These are all tummy time exercises. If you look on my page, I do have a tummy time from baby 0 to 5 months. And it's activities that I do with them, uh, singing songs, like I said, moving their legs, arms, different things, the mirror. But it's look on my page and you can find it. How long should you switch sides when sleeping? I usually, when I say switch sides, um, during nap time, okay, this nap time, we're gonna lay on the right side. The next nap time, you're gonna lay on the left side. The next nap time, we're gonna lay on the right side. I just keep alternating them back and forth. So when they lay down, the naps are generally the same amount of time. It's 90 minutes up, 90 minutes down. So they're 90 minutes, first 90 minutes down, I'm on the right side. Second 90 minutes down, we're on the left side. So it kind of evens them out. Now, in the middle of the night, I try to switch them around. Um, if I can get up and give them a dream feed, I will switch them and put them on the other side. Uh, so it just depends on when the dream feed is, but it just kind of evens out how they are um, how they're sleeping on one side to the other, and it kind of keeps that. And one that this is an old, I won't say wives' tale, but my grandmother used to say, rub that baby's head, girl, rub that baby's head. We used to, and I still do, I rub the baby's head because their little skull is so malleable. And be careful of the soft spot up top. I'm doing a video about the soft spot. So be careful of the soft spot, but I just kind of just rub their little heads while I'm feeding them, while when I'm talking to them, I'm comforting them. I just kind of just rub their little heads and keep their little head round. So, but none of us came up with a flat head. So apparently, Grandma was right. It worked. Any tips on late talkers? When you say late talkers, uh, I'm assuming that you mean past 18 months old, that they're not saying anything. Um, I noticed my son wasn't saying anything. He was very quiet, but he had a lot of ear infections too. And that was what was keeping him from talking because he couldn't hear. But he caught up real quickly after we got his first set of tubes. I also teach my babies baby sign language so they can communicate even before they talk. But I do talk, I don't just sign, I do talk with the signs. And because I talk, and I do that on purpose, because I want them not only to learn the sign, but the word that goes with the sign and how to say it. Can you say more? More. And they go, yes, more. And I have my baby girl, she goes like this for more. And I had one child go like this for more. But this is the sign for more. If you know your child, you know what they're saying. This is more. This is more. And this is more. That's their imitation. I keep doing the sign correctly and teaching them the correct word and the sign together. Um, if you know that your child is having a problem, talk with your pediatrician. They might suggest that you go to a speech therapist because there may be a reason why your child is not talking. Sometimes children are traumatized as babies and they decide that they don't want to talk. Not that they can't talk, but they don't want to talk. Bad habit. Sorry, can't hear you. Oh, you can hear me now? I'm sorry. I may have gotten poor reception when I turned that camera. Okay, so let me finish answering these questions because I need to call out the winner and I need to go to bed. I came in here at the right time. I'm glad you joined me. What's your favorite baby gadget? My favorite baby gadget. I would say, let me see if I can find it. It's a little tool. I got it in here with my, because I hate stuff under my nails. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. This is my favorite baby gadget. And if you don't know what this is a, they call it a bum bum, but let me find some, uh, that's lotion. Let me find some, okay, here's some ointment. Okay, so this is what it does. You put the diaper rash cream, whoa, hold on. I've had this in here for so long, it's separated. Hold on, let me see. There we go. Okay, so this is the diaper cream on here. And just so I won't get it all over my hands, you just rub it on the little bums like this. You see it? This is one of my favorite gadgets. I don't know if this is a gadget, but it sure helps me. And I just rub it on their little bums. It's on here. And when I get done, let me find one of these old Pampers. There it is. When I get done wiping them, Where's the zipper part for this thing? Okay, there it is, down at the bottom. Let me grab this pamper. So I have the pamper onto them, and I wipe this on them, and the excess, I just wipe it inside the pamper. And then I use a wipe to clean it. And it's not under my fingernails. I hate that because if I have a bad habit of rubbing my eyes because I have an injury in my left eye and my eyes water sometimes a lot. Well, not sometimes a lot, always a lot. And I'm always rubbing my eyes. And sometimes something gets in my eye and it's just habit and it gets under my nails. When I wash my hands, it doesn't necessarily all get from under my nails. So that's my gadget that I like that keeps me from burning my eyes out because some of this diaper rash medicine, the stuff that's in it, and some of it has like that menthol smell, the eucalyptus smell. Man, it'll burn your eyes out. So that's my favorite tool. This one right here. And hold on, let me find a surface that it could stick to. Here we go. I can put it on. I don't know if it's a stick because that's rounded. Okay, so let me see if it'll stick on this. I'm doing a video about. Let me see. Nope, it's not gonna stick. Wait a minute. It might. Yeah. See that? That suction cup on the bottom, it sticks. So I can stick it on the diaper changing table on top of the wipe container and it stays. So when I get the baby together, I put that on there and I stick it over here. And as I'm changing, putting the diaper under there, I already got it ready. It's ready to go before I get the baby on the table. Because some babies, like now, when they get older, they start to roll and you got that much time to get that pamper changed. Should I be worried about? No, your newborn needs to sleep, but when he is awake, your baby is awake, try to do tummy time with them. Try to do a little tummy time. Tips to help my baby to crawl. Tummy time. I usually do tummy time. Put toys out just out of their reach in front of them and so they can just kind of barely touch it and they have to use their legs to it makes them figure out a way to propel themselves forward and when they propel themselves forward that's they dig in their toes and kind of inch forward a little bit. That's a part of crawling. That's a part of learning how to crawl because they figured out I need to move something to get to that because I want that. And once they figure out I got to move something to get to it, and then as they get more proficient in crawling, in scooting, I put it out further away. Sometimes I just put it like a semicircle of toys, of favorite toys, and see which way they're gonna go. So that and some babies start rolling. It's a roll crawl, and some babies do that army crawl. Some do the bear crawl. I have crawling chronicles on my page also. So if you want tips on crawling, there is videos on my page about the crawling chronicles and what it looks like. Okay. Purple, orange, green, orange. How long should my newborn be sleeping? Your newborn is going to sleep mostly until they're about 2, 3 weeks. Um, they'll be sleeping most of the time. I like to try to get them on somewhat of a routine Even when they're newborns, I try to get them kind of on a routine of we're gonna eat, sleep, and you know, eat, sleep, change a pamper, eat, sleep, change a pamper. Even if it's just that small amount of routine, they know I wake up and eat, I give them a pamper change, I'm going back to sleep. So, but your newborn is sleeping. They're gonna sleep a lot the first few weeks. By week 3 or 4, I try to I'm keeping them up longer, and by week 6, they're on a schedule. I have them on a routine and a schedule. So, um, if your newborn is truly newborn, just like a couple of weeks old, then yeah, they need to sleep. Hi, I'm about to have my first baby the end of November. Do you have a lactation cookie recipe? Yes, I do. You can find a lactation cookie recipe on my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/ask the nanny. I do have, and I show you step by step how I make it. So if you look on my YouTube channel, you can find it. Little baby, my baby had this too. What we did was use a brush between shampooing and scrub good. My baby has cradle cap so bad, and I've tried everything. It doesn't seem to go away. Do you have tips? Yes. They do have shampoos for babies that have cradle cap, but what my doctor, now this is 30 something years ago, so y'all take this with a grain of salt. This is 30 something years ago. My middle child had it horribly bad. And matter of fact, he just turned 33 today. So happy birthday to him if he's listening. Um, but he had it so bad, they told me to get some head and shoulders and lather it up in his hair and let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes. And it would help to ease up that cradle cap. And then just take a soft bristle brush and brush it real good. So that's what we did. But his cradle cap came all the way down into his face. So just gently, don't go in there digging like digging for gold. Just kind of gently brush it. And also, I use coconut oil on his hair. Some people don't like to use coconut oil. I use coconut on my baby's hair, but check with your doctor first before you put coconut oil on your baby's hair. Okay? Because I don't know your baby. I don't know the sensitivities that your baby has. So check with your doctor before you do all that. Okay? But I researched and it says don't pick at no matter how tempting because it can open the scalp and he can be open to infections. I've heard the Frida set for cradle cap does good too, but we couldn't afford it. The Frida set. All right. Okay. So I have looked through all these colors. Let me see. I have a question over here. Good evening. My almost 12-month-old still wakes up 2 to 3 times a night. Mostly she is looking for her bottle and cries when she can't locate. For me to locate it for her, is this or am I creating a bad habit? Yes, you are creating a bad habit because babies should not have bottles in the bed. And with bottles in the bed, it can create like a bad habit. It can create what they call baby bottle mouth, which is rotten teeth. The sugar from the bottles uh, will help, it will rot the teeth. Also, if the baby is laying down with the bottle, milk dribbles and goes backwards. If they're laying down, and the first place it hits is their ears. That milk settles in there and it stays in there. It gets into that little tiny cavity and you can't get it out, and it causes ear infections. So if that's what you're doing, please stop. One of the best ways to get her to stop uh, wanting that bottle in the crib at night is to start putting water in that bottle. She'll throw it back at you. I promise you, she'll throw it back at you. Try. Uh, I know it's hard, so you're gonna have to use that the acronym PCP, the patience, consistency, and practice. Okay, instead of giving her the milk, and if she's 12 months old, she's probably on regular milk now instead of uh, formula. So she's not, it's not that she's getting the nutrition from the milk, which the formula has all the vitamins and minerals in it. So she's just drinking regular milk. So it's not like she's getting um, the nutrition from the milk. So what I did with one of my kids, we started out with a 75-25 mix. I started going down on the ounces, and every time I went down on the ounce, I would add a different water, some more water, less milk, more water, less milk, until it was all water. And that bottle came flying at me like, I don't want this. By the time we got to that 50-50 mix, it was like, what is this? And then when we got down to the 25-75, where it was only this much milk and that much water, it was like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, literally, this baby's looking at me like, are you serious? No, this ain't my bottle. So by the time we got down to plain water, he looked at that bottle, just chunked it right back at me, laid down and went to sleep. Until I was like, okay, I think you get the point. So you're creating a habit that you probably don't want her to have. Oh my God. Oh, y'all. Mm. There is a skunk somewhere outside of my house. My air conditioner just came on and I smell skunk. Oh, good Lord. Ooh. I'm sorry. At 11 months, should my baby still be waking up multiple times at night? No. She is looking for a bottle. She cries to help. Uh, how would I break that? Okay, I think I just shared that. But yeah, my 13-month-old still wants to nurse from me at naps and bed. Will go down good for others. Should I worry about weaning? Honestly, you can feed your baby as long as you want to. I've known parents to feed their babies for comfort. It's also good for their digestive system. It's good for their, if you're still taking vitamins and things, it's good for, it keeps them healthy. Um, I'm sorry. Ugh, I'm smelling skunk. But you can try weaning them if you want to. And now I'm sure they'll go down for everybody else simply because your mama, you the milk machine. Of course they gonna I'm gonna go down them because they ain't got the milk machine. You got the milk machine. Huh, you think you gonna pass by me and not give me some of that milk? Oh no. Especially if I'm used to it. Oh no. You're not gonna just pass by me and not give me some milk. No. Who you think I am, mama? You know you raised me on this breast milk. You know I want this. The same goes with bottle feeding. I suggest that moms not try to start out bottle feeding their babies because their baby smells your breast milk. Get someone else to start out bottle feeding them because if they're used to breastfeeding, now if you've been pumping the whole time, then it's totally different. But if they've ever latched on for a while, I mean like months, oh, they're gonna want you because they smell you. They smell you coming, and they know the cadence of your footfalls. Trust me, your baby knows you because your baby been with you since they began life. So they know how you walk, they know how you smell, they know how you talk, they know your voice, they know everything about you. But it's up to you as to whether or not you want to wean. Okay, so I want to take one last look. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I am Chanel. You're welcome. I want to take one last look to see, because I didn't see anybody with the right color. I'm giving y'all one last chance. Uh, I didn't see anybody with the right color. I don't see. 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 Nope. 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 Nobody over here with the right color. Okay, I'm gonna go back through here on uh, red. Okay, somebody put yellow. Okay, I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking, I'm looking. And I don't see purple, orange, blue, purple, red, purple, green, purple, yellow, red, purple, red. Y'all love red. Y'all know red and purple are my favorite colors. But I intentionally did not pick those two colors, uh, mainly because I've already picked those before. Let's see, blue, pink. What other colors do I have over here? Okay, red, green, pink, red, pink, green, yellow, orange, purple, purple, yellow, yellow, brown, purple, green, blue, blue, and okay. So that's it. I don't see anybody with the right color. So, just so you all know, the color tonight, I have it right here, was black. Can y'all see that? Yep, the color was black. Sorry, nobody won tonight. So, we'll come back next week. And, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Miss Nisi. Y'all just put it in there. I just saw you. Miss Nisi put black. Glad I came back and looked. Okay, Miss Nisi, you have just one. Let me get your information. Let me write your name down so I can contact you, or you can send me a DM. Uh, I hope I'm saying your name right. I hope that's not Nicey. I hope that is Nisi, not Nicey. Okay. All righty. Okay, it has been fun. I have been on, oh my gosh, it's almost 2 hours. Lord have mercy. Y'all let me go for 2 hours. Um, Congratulations, Miss. Hello, Nanny Miss Monique. Thank you for joining me. I'm getting ready to go now. I gotta get ready for tomorrow, for work tomorrow, and get in the bed. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you all for joining me. And I will see you all. And congratulations to Miss Nisi who won our giveaway for tonight. Uh, don't forget to contact me, Miss Nisi. I got your information down. So I will contact you probably tomorrow. Great class. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is it Cecile Renee? Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you all haven't done so, please follow me on all of my social media. On YouTube, I am at youtube.com/Ask the Nanny. On Instagram, I am instagram.com/ask.d.nanny. On Facebook, I am facebook.com/Ask the Nanny. And on TikTok, I am TikTok.com/, the at symbol, AT Nanny. So follow me on my platforms. Um, and thank you all for joining me and for participating. Oh, look at you all over here helping one another out. I love it. 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 And before you leave, double tap the screen. Send me some likes. I love my color red and my color purple. So if you all have red hearts and purple hearts, please send me red hearts and purple hearts. Okay, those are my two favorite colors. Or you can just double tap the screen over here on TikTok. I don't think they give you a choice. I'm not sure, but just double tap the screen before you leave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm a reflection of you. Ah, thank you. You have a pure soul. You all gonna make me cry tonight. Oh, okay. Best wishes. Okay, so I yes. I'm so sorry, Dominique. I'm going to post this on Instagram. I can't post it. I don't know why they won't allow you to post your lives on TikTok, but I'm going to post this on TikTok. I mean, on Instagram. I will post this and on Facebook. And if you missed it, you can go back and catch it live. I mean, go back and watch it on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ask the nanny, or you can watch it on my Facebook. It's facebook.com/ask the nanny, or you can watch it on my Instagram on IGTV at instagram.com/ask ask.the.nanny. Okay? Now, as I said before, I'm getting ready to go. I appreciate you all joining me. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the hearts. And I will see you all probably sometime this weekend. I'll probably check in. But if not, I will definitely see you Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Invite your friends. Thank you all for the likes. Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the donations and the gifts. Check out my bio. There's a lot of good information in there. If you're looking for something, just check out my bio and click on the appropriate box, and it'll take you. The link will take you to where you need to go. So, you all have a great night, and I will see you all next time. Now, let me start here and get out of here. All right, and in the broadcast over here.